guys, there you heard it. Pesa. What a huge and amazing song by the man himself. Hi.
Hey,
how
you
are
doing?
ya?
I'm doing good.
Nviiri Sande, it's such a pleasure to have you on the show.
For you having me here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You've invited us to your home and to your studio.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What a great song.
Thank you very much.
Tell me how Pesa was born.
Pesa was is a story talking about just the normal struggles, but it was brought out by peer pressure. What I see people doing for their loved ones, and what I'd also want to do for my lady. I'd want to treat you like a queen.
Yes.
But then I'm not really in a position to do that.
Yeah.
So the song basically says, na feel kuiba pesa nikobe nguo kama za TV.
Oh.
Then na feel kuiba gari ya kifahari kama za MPs.
Yes.
Yeah, just to make your life look better.
I mean, we're all striving for that, right?
We are.
Everybody wants that money to make their life better, and
Yeah.
it's the reality of today.
It is.
Not always the case. When we're growing up, I think we wanted more things. Tell me about your life growing up. What did you want as a young man?
Well, it was more career-based.
Yeah, huge dreams, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as a kid, I think just the normal ones, oh, pilot, doctor, what and what. But at the end of the day, I was all about just showing love and sharing whatever I have at the end of the day, be it finances, resources, or what. I wanted to channel it just to helping others. Yeah.
That's the kind of heart you had even as a young man.
And funny enough, it's still there.
Fantastic. But you've always been passionate about music your whole life. Growing up, the hardest thing was to convince the parents that you wanted to do something artsy. Like me, I was like, I want to act. My folks were like, what? You know, and they're like, no, do communication.
Whose house?
Right.
Yeah.
You know, who's paying those bills, right? What happened in your case?
Yeah, in my case, it was also close to that.
Yeah.
Whereby I ended up doing other things that I didn't plan on doing, from education to later on as we were trying to find something to do, employment. Yeah. Then we had this whole big fuss of guys going to these Arab countries, and since I didn't really have a job at that time, they suggested, but I refused. Okay, I'm broke right now, but I had a bigger dream than that. So I told them the only time I'd fly out would be through music. The only time I'd work will be if I'm working towards whatever I love. Because I got tired of work. I did mechanical engineering. Yeah?
Wow.
But that was because of my dad. And I said, I don't really think I'd put all my focus in other people's dream and I forget mine.
Right.
Yeah, so I did my part on that and I ended up coming back to my dream.
Okay.
And there's a book I read which was telling guys, like, burn that bridge. Make sure that you either make it or make it.
Yeah.
So I burned that bridge and it's either make it through entertainment or I make it.
You were passionate about this. This is what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Following through, because it's one thing to follow, I guess, the steps of where your parents want you to go.
Yeah.
But it can be miserable. Did you like mechanical engineering?
Not that much. Okay, it was exciting because I'm a bit technical and I love like learning new things.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I found myself always doing music.
Yeah, because that's what you were born to do.
Yeah.
When did the big break happen? When did the aha moment of, you know what, this is what I need to do with my life?
Well, this was when I went for an audition. Actually, I was called for an audition. It's somehow like a closed audition. You have to apply online from a certain group of people. And I was invited, went through, and it so happened that we were supposed to have a music tour in South Korea.
Oh, wow.
For 3 months.
Had you ever been?
No, I've been a local guy for the longest time.
Yeah.
So now I have the opportunity of going abroad, and it's through music. So that was the best part. I really felt like going to my parents and like just showing them everything and dancing, but nah, I know that they have the best intentions for me.
Absolutely, and it also says, you know, when you're patient and you wait, the good things will come.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. How was that for you? The
that
tour?
was such an experience. Like I grew. I found a lot of challenges definitely.
Yeah.
And guys who were even more skilled. That made me realize, oh, so it's not just about, because you know, if you're confined to a certain environment, your mindset revolves around that.
Of course.
But then we traveled outside and it opened up. I was seeing new things, new places, new goals. So I came back knowing that I'm not coming back to the life I used to live.
Absolutely.
I'm coming back as a new person, and I went by that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
that experience in itself has made you grow music-wise.
Oh, yeah.
There's something I think a lot of people don't understand when you hear your favorite artist singing, like Beyonce, for example. You don't know that Kerry Hilson wrote that song, for example. Let's talk about that, because a lot of people behind the scenes, the producers, the sound engineers, the technical guys, never really get to be seen or heard.
True.
But there's a whole team behind that. You are a songwriter.
Yeah,
Talk to me about that whole part of music.
Well, songwriting is something that Kenyans haven't really embraced.
Yeah.
And if the few who have embraced it, they don't really show it, because no one wants to be not to be known as a legit artist, as they would put it.
Yeah.
They don't want to be discredited as an artist, so they keep it on the down low. So when I started doing songwriting, I worked with a couple of guys, mostly just my friends who had seen they are struggling, and I figured, okay, I can help you, so you come through, I'll do it. I didn't even know that you commercialize these things, not in Kenya, probably abroad. So the biggest break came when I did Melanin, and for me it was just by the way.
Really?
By South Soul, yeah. So I was just thinking, okay, let's do a collab, probably me and Bien.
Yeah.
But then that wasn't really my style. As you've heard how Pesa is, my line is more of stories.
Okay.
Yeah, I just tell stories.
But Melanin is a gorgeous song.
It is.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Did you
Thank you
expect
very
the kind of amazing feedback for the amount of people who just love it?
Well, the feedback is so overwhelming.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming.
You didn't?
Yeah.
All right, guys, if you've been under a rock or a haystack, crawl from under it. Melanin is a huge hit, Sauti Sol, but the man behind those beautiful words and behind that beautiful message, right here. Take a look. The Heartbreak. I love it.
Thank you.
I love it. Really amazing. I mean, let us not forget about the people behind the scenes.
Yeah.
We always look at the artists. Talk to me a little bit about teamwork and the kind of people you like to surround yourself with who understand your vision.
Well, teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I surround myself with specific people who, one, keep me grounded, tell it as it is, and who are also skilled.
Yeah.
Like the chemistry is just there. We can connect at any level. If we're down, we're there together. Yeah, so even for my own video production, all the way to my music, I've worked with guys that I know. I didn't really need to go hire someone out for. It was more of like, we are already a team. We are working towards something. You have your goals. He has his. And so with that said, at our studio we have most of these guys. And the main guy behind my sound specifically is Wodomolo.
Yes.
He's my producer.
Wodomolo. I met him earlier.
Yeah, you did.
Why do you love his technique, his skill? What's the point of difference with his sound?
We kind of got the same vibe. He's one weird person.
Yeah.
Like
I like weird. Weird is cool.
I found the first time we met, we were on that South Korean tour together, yeah. But he used to be all about R&B, pop, and all that. But then when you find him listening to songs, you'd find him listening to like Osogo Winyo, those guys, from even West Africa, those villages, songs that you wouldn't find yourself listening to.
Yeah.
But he'd listen to them, come up with some crazy sounds, and that's what he incorporated to my music. Okay. So we're coming out with something called like Urban Africa. We bring the whole African vibe, but then it's urban, as you can tell, yeah. And Gordon is so skilled in a way that more than a producer, he's a singer. Yeah. So my backup vocals, he does most of them.
Nice.
And some very funny sounds that people think that he downloads.
Really?
Only recently that guy started saying, oh, you actually do this by yourself.
Good stuff.
Yeah, so that really pushed a lot of traffic towards him.
Okay.
As a very unique producer.
And authentic. Actually,
yeah.
That's what you really need in the industry now. Let's talk money, since we started to talk about pesa. Right, let's talk money. The industry still has a long way to go when it comes to compensation.
True.
When it comes to remuneration for your work, proper remuneration. And I know Prisk and all these groups are really trying, but we're nowhere near where we're supposed to be. How do you feel about your craft not being appreciated or valued at the rate that it should be?
It's disappointing to a point that you'll have to work on other things to get you cash, just since you don't want to give up on your own dream. That's why I ended up being a video producer. Because I wanted to have enough finances to support my music. I didn't want to come out as a really desperate singer, because, you know, when you're that desperate, guys use your craft for anything. Yeah. That's where you get artists falling for just anything. You're being told, okay, sing this kind of music, and it's not your sound. But since you want money, you'll end up doing that. Okay. Yeah, so it has been such a struggle, but we're looking forward to make it stable on our end. And I'm pretty sure at some point it will pay off.
Absolutely. Yeah. This is amazing. So I'm going to go into the studio. You guys are going to teach me 1 or 2 things.
Yeah, definitely.
I've been telling Kenyans that I was born to be a singer. I just haven't been given my big break yet.
Oh, really?
Are you guys going to give me my break?
I get
signed under your label. We will go far. I have many followers.
Yo, high five to that, man.
I
support you on that.
You know, I've heard from a little bird who's standing right there about your Instagram page.
Oh, yeah.
Wagwan, what's happening? Are you active on social media?
I am active.
Okay.
Yo, are you following me?
Let's see. Do you have your phone here? Where's your phone? Bring the phone. Let's do an Insta story right now. You need to follow him. What's your handle?
My handle on Instagram is Nviiri the Storyteller.
Okay.
Yeah, the issue is mostly the spelling. Says NVIIRI.
You see, this is why Kenyans can't. You see, like right now, Kenyans are like, your Gina need too long.
Exactly, you get. No, but the Storyteller is just one word. Okay. So we get.
Let's do this, okay? We're gonna ask people to follow you, right?
Aye.
All over?
Aye.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so guys, I want you guys to follow Nviiri. This is actually his page, so you're gonna send this to me and then I'll put it on my page too. Yeah. Okay, follow Nviiri. He's a great storyteller. He wrote Melanin.
Mama, we made it.
All right, everybody, listen, we're gonna go down, but before we do, I wanted you guys to see a little bit of what happens in that studio before I go there and mess it all up, and then you get to meet the producer. All right, the man behind the sound, the guy who listens to all sorts of music in just a second. So, take a look at this.
But baby, first of all, Pesa siyo shida, penzi ndo twahitaji sonamba. Pesa isiwe shida kwetu, pesa isiwe shida kwetu, pesa isiwe shida kwetu.
That's Gordon, who is going to be my music producer as I, of course, become Beyonce. Sindio Gordon?
Sure.
Yes. Will you produce me?
Definitely.
I've wanted to be a singer my whole life.
Fine,
I just haven't gotten
through.
My break.
Come through, we'll do it.
How are you?
I'm alright.
It's such a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too.
You are the man behind the scene.
Yeah, I'm the one.
Tell me about yourself. When did you realize you had this fantastic talent?
Now, you know, when I was growing up, I had this interesting, like feel for music. I was so much interested. So I could listen to everything, Lingala, Arabian music, Indian music, all that fused together. Because I'm really for taste and the authenticity in the music.
Right.
So growing up, I've had that passion. And first, with production while I was in primary school, I used to make beats with a small piano. I had a small piano at home. Yeah. So I could copy Clemo's beats and replicate them on my keyboard. Yeah. So slowly one of my cousins told me, you look like you can be a producer, man. I think you're going to be a producer. Back then I was like, I want to be a lawyer, all these fancy courses. But he told me, you're good at this. I think you can make a good producer.
And I think that's something we all need. Some sort of affirmation, someone to tell you that you're doing good, that you sound good.
Yeah.
And of course for you it worked.
It sure did.
Yeah, you guys ended up going to South Korea a couple of years ago. How did that change you musically?
That really made me feel like I need to bring something to the table. Because we interacted with the best music, best musicians and all that. The levels, they were so refined, so excellent. And I was like, you know what, we have our own music as well. Yeah. So, and I decided to go deep into our music, bring it as crude as it is, then give it some urban edge. That's why we call it urban African.
Right.
As raw as it is, it's very crude.
Yes.
We take the sound, give it an urban blend, then we had urban African.
Can I ask, I think there's something happening to the music industry, and this is global, and a lot of old school people are talking about that. I think there's something about people wanting the easy road and taking shortcuts. And so you can listen to music and hear that there wasn't any kind of background, there wasn't authenticity. It was just kind of put together because people are chasing fame and money. Talk to me about that.
So that's the problem. We have the same in Kenya, where guys want quick money, and
everyone wants to be Cardi B.
Exactly. So you find that we replicate Nigerian music because it's doing well in the market, or South African or Tanzanian. Yeah. So we end up having nothing on the table.
True.
So we all end up sounding the same. So like in Kenya, you can't really tell who's selling what. You know, all of us are just replicas of something else.
Right.
And that's what actually even triggered my desire to come up with the sound.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we have a distinct Kenyan sound, would you say? Do we, because we have so many wonderful cultures, traditions, tribes.
And that's the beauty of it.
Yeah, so we should tap into
We
that.
have a lot of diverse cultures to tap from.
Yeah.
And that's what I really wanted to invest my time in.
Okay.
Get to know what do Kambas like, what do Luyas like, what do Luos like, what do Masais,
Yeah.
what does their music sound like. That's why Nviiri was telling you that I listen to weird music.
Yeah.
And that's where I get to buy or to borrow these various elements in their sounds.
When guys see you and Nviiri on this show this morning, they'll be like, oh, Natakuja Studio Kobe. I mean, they're going to write to our show because they want to come to your recording studio. They want to lay a track. They want to start, but they don't know how. A lot of people can't afford it. A lot of people don't have access to people like you. Talk to me a little bit about that. Why is it so hard for talented people to get heard, to get time in the studio?
Well, I've actually handled so many upcoming artists, and most of them, like just as we have mentioned, they don't have a sound. They tell you, I want to sound like this particular person, make me sound like this person.
Wow.
So I don't have that time.
Yeah.
Give me you, let's work on you.
Right.
That's what we decided to do with Nviiri, let's work on you. But
so you've had to turn down people?
I've had to turn down people. I always tell you, you know what, the music is a market. We're all selling tomatoes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Chris Brown has his own tomatoes. Everyone else have their own tomatoes, but why should we skip their tomatoes and buy your tomatoes?
Okay.
Just like business.
Yeah.
So the X factor comes in. Give us you. Give us what will make you stand out in the market.
Okay.
And that's how maybe I get to mentor artists, and some of them I tell them, just go get your sound, come back, let's do music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gordon, we're about to take a break, but I wanted to ask something that I've always wondered. Do you know when you're creating something, do you know whether it's going to be a hit or not, or do you just kind of hope and pray?
I'd say I'm always almost certain that this is going to be a hit.
You know?
Yeah. Because of the work we put in it, I'm certain. I'm always very certain of everything I do.
Yeah.
This one must be a hit.
So when it's not, because you all the songs you've created cannot all make it to number one. So when it's not, do you feel that I need to take this back and rework it? Do you feel like, let me just put this to bed? What happens to those songs that kind of come out in the limelight and go and die?
One thing I just maybe put up with is the fact that even as much as a song may hit, it may not work for everyone. There are those who may not feel that particular genre.
It's true. We all have different tastes.
Yeah, different tastes. So the ones who will appreciate it, let them have it.
Yeah.
Right? Instead of us coming to unscrew again and try to look what we will.
Okay. Yeah.
So give it the way it is. Those who feel it, they will take it.
Yes.
Of course, when we are making the music, we have a target audience. We're like, this one is for this age gap.
Yeah.
This one is for this age gap. And most of the time, it works for us because we had this particular group in mind when creating a song. That's why we are almost 100% certain that
it's going to work.
Yeah.
Okay. Compensation for producers. How is that going for you? Are you balling out of control? Do you have a hammer, a big mansion, swimming pool, the ladies?
Not really, but slowly. You know, we just began the other day.
DJ Khalid, status, Bado?
We're going there. We're going there.
Yes, okay.
Very soon.
Is that the dream?
There. That's the dream.
Okay.
And above all that, what I really wanted was that Kenyan music. I want to take Kenyan music to the world. And I think one of our biggest targets is by December.
Yeah.
Every song you'll hear on radio is going to be Wodomolo and maybe the storyteller, giving you authentic, real stuff.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Shall we go to the studio?
Definitely.
Let's go do this. Let's go create a song. Can you guys create a song for Better Living for us?
We can. Definitely.
That's it. We're getting a new song for Better Living. See the benefits of going to see people in their own homes. When I come to your home, you make me food and a new song. Is that what's going to happen here today?
Definitely. Maybe the food, not really, but
the song.
We are good with music.
But the song, right? All right.
Don't be difficult. kuiba pesa nikubahie nguo kama za TV. Na feel kuiba gari ya kifahari kama zile za MPs. Nikae soko, but baby first of all mimi si mwizi, wananijua kanisani, but I'm jealous of the way your love remains the same. Pesa siyo shida, penzi ndo twahitaji, so naomba pesa isiwe shida kwetu. Pesa isiwe shida kwetu. Pesa isiwe shida kwetu. Mshahara sijapata sababu jana nilipigana na mwindi. So baby, first of all sijakwambia wamenichuja ofisini, but I'm jealous of the way your love remains the same. Pesa siyo shida, penzi ndo twahitaji, so naomba pesa isiwe shida kwetu. Pesa isiwe shida kwetu. Pesa isiwe shida kwetu. Mama, Oh, and you're my sweet girl, and you're mommy. Oh, Lord. See, when you're my sweet girl, and you're mommy. When you're my sweet girl, and you're mommy. Oh, yeah. Juniki pata, tutapata. Tutapata. Oh, Lord. Juniki pata. You can be sure tutapata. So naomba pesa isiwe shida kwetu. Pesa isiwe shida kwetu. Pesa isiwe shida kwetu. Best of.
Audience of one. I love it. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
That was beautiful.
Thank you very much.
That's so nice. Another one, please.
Well, due to public demand,
yes,
we shall do Marcelina.
Yay!
I want it to be dedicated to you, eh?
You sure? I'm dedicated, guys.
You sure? This song?
Is it bad? No.
You sure? Alright, let's go.
Okay.
Storyteller, Nviiri baby, yeah, that storyteller, So here we go,
Okay, Baba.
Number baby, as if you get home, I pay my job, I don't need a hema.
Okay, not mine.
Number the see on a my neighbor, Joatani Sema. Kwani nilikunywa nini jana, nikapita na bartender. But if she ever gets to know about us, naja vile ndasema, huyu ni kuzoa auntie yangu, side ya baba yangu, dogo, you know shago, yani mtoto wa anko yangu, brother ya baba yangu, wakambo. Hey, usinishuku Kobe, Masalina, ukinishuku mindaenda yo. Masalina, yeah, Masalina, this is not what it looks like, yeah. Tisha nimetoa juu kuna joto, acha maswali za kiutoto. Penzi letu bado moto moto, moto moto. Tisho nimetoa juu, acha maswali za penzi letu bado moto moto. Niliapa ya kwamba mimi na wewe milele siwezi kukucheza. Na unavyodhania ilivyo sio hivyo, nimesema. Well, so do what you wanna do, say what you wanna say. But amekuja kuniomba fea. Well, ooh, baby, nilikueleza huni familia, kabisha hodi karibia, ningejuaje yako na nia. Marcelina, oh, Marcelina, Marcelina, ukinishuku nitaenda, nitaenda ya oh. Marcelina, yeah, yeah, Marcelina, this is not what it looks like, yeah. Tisho nimetoa juu, kuna joto, acha maswali za kiutoto. Penzi letu bado moto moto, moto moto. Tisho nimetoa juu, acha maswali za penzi letu bado tisho nimetoa juu, kuna joto, acha maswali za kiutoto. Penzi letu bado moto moto. Naomba baby azifike home mapema, naomba nisionekane na maneiba.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. I've had so much fun in this wonderful creative space, meeting so many talented and creative people who just decided to take a risk and follow their dreams. I hope one day you're that person and you can invite us to where you are. We're going countrywide this season. We leave you with an amazing song by the storyteller himself, Penzi. Bye, everybody. See you tomorrow.